Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh. Did we? That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign. Alright, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job. They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us. Changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job.
Trollord Games, join the fray. Join the fray. The fray. A new follower has joined the fray. The fray. A new follower. The fray.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're here to hang out with you fellas and you ladies. We talk about games, movies, books, and all kinds of shit.
I don't watch movies or read books or play games.
We know this. You hate life.
I collect stamps mostly, you know.
So I'm Chuck Cumbo, community director for Trollord Games, and we are going to have a giveaway today. If you are watching here on Twitch, you can come over here. If not, unfortunately, I can't do it through the internet waves. My power is not that great, but you can come over and give ourselves a follow. Export raffle at Trollord or at twitch.tv/Trollord Games. And we're doing some codes for the store. It's great to see everybody. Everybody just chatting it away out there. To my left is Jeremy Farkas, our production assistant, and then below me is our CEO, Stephen Chanel.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday?
Pretty good. I paid a man $400 to grind up a stump.
I mean,
that's how my day's going.
Yeah. Well, my truck broke down and I got to haul across town to Dakota. So trolls are batting 2 for 0. What do you got, Chuck?
well, let's see. We can go with Hacked 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Exterminator with my house is being battled by
That's right.
with
You
mice.
got a mouse infestation.
I got all kinds of
That's
bullshit.
pretty, okay.
going
That
on.
was pretty noteworthy.
I'm still
I gotta
That's
say.
married.
pretty good. That's 3 for O. Can we go for
Yeah.
that? Is that?
Yeah.
It's been a day.
Thank you, OK
Yeah,
Joe. We love to keep things made in America. Keep it cheap
Yes, definitely.
or affordable,
And
I
Chuck,
should
I didn't
say.
know what you were talking about yesterday when you were talking about some kind of weird mouse killing stump round.
So they
thing.
have
I
this.
don't-
They put boxes out around the houses, and they put food in there for the mice.
like
And
a
then
box, like a cardboard box.
no, it's they're. I don't know. They're padlocked. They're gray looking. I'm assuming it's made out of some sort of. Yeah, it's wild. And so
They have plastic ones for like moles and things.
yeah, so they paid whoever originally owned this house paid to have those all installed. I don't have to pay
Yeah.
anything. I just have to pay to have them get refilled. So hopefully he said. Here's what he said: if you come in through your house and you see, it's literally what he said. He told my wife this: if you see mouse poop, but it's green, like it's glowing, they're dead. I was like, all right. So I don't know if it's like some sort of radioactivity shit out there or what. I don't know what's going on.
But you have never heard of bar bait.
Me?
Yeah.
So
Have
I
you heard
think
of bar bait, Jeremy?
Barbate,
Yeah.
a
So
city in
barbait-
Spain.
That's interesting. Bar bait, I just assumed it's all over the country, but we buy it down here, and it's these sticks of poison, essentially what it is. You throw it wherever the mice are. They eat it, and then they die slowly of dehydration. They can't retain water or something.
Here's my guess. My guess is that is banned in most other states because you're just throwing open poison. When we get poison up here, it's in like a thing you cannot get into.
Oh wow, no, ours
Yeah.
is just in a bag.
Yeah, no, you can't buy bulk poison most places, I don't think.
Oh, that's yeah.
interesting.
Don't let your dog eat bar bait; it will end poorly.
Yeah,
I remember you saying that. Now we were talking the other day. I remember you saying, "Yeah, I'd never heard of it before, but I understand the concept, of course."
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, who was it? Someone said something about my dogs. Oh, that's you, Savage. So I've got an old border collie who she's neurotic as hell and just everywhere. So she's fit to be tied, but she can't seem to be able to track him anymore. She's just too old. And then our Shih Tzu's this laser in hell. He'll just sit there and let him eat him. He's not gonna do nothing. So I don't have any cool hounds like Steve. Steve's got the good hounds. That just.
I've only got one left, Red. And I don't know where he is.
Yeah, where is he at? I've not seen him in a while.
Big old block. He doesn't like it in here. He'll come in here for like maybe a minute and sit in the chair, and if I'm not doing something, he leaves.
Man, Blue would be in there forever.
Oh yeah, Blue loves it in here. He just stretch out in a chair and sleep.
Jeremy? What is a half-life of a mouse? Keith, the gamer geek, is asking. Important question.
You're asking me at what point does the nuclear material of a mouse decay to such that it's at half its volume? I don't know.
Well, I think that's what he asked. Is that what he asked, Steve? I don't know.
He said, "What is the half-life of a mouse?" But I think that's the mouse that eats the poison pill or whatever.
Oh.
Radioactive insanity you're killing your mice with up there.
Because mice don't degrade on a nuclear level, to my knowledge, I'm going to say it's very long, but I don't know.
There you go.
Um,
It's at least 2 weeks.
Richard Bloodworth asked, when are we going to have tan-colored dice bags back in stock? He wants to order 50.
Never,
I thought we had tan and blue.
I'm not there. I just have to go what the store says.
Let me go look. I know we had blue, but I thought we had both.
At least
know we
2
got
weeks. What's up there, Agile Monk? So the Shih Tzu is this is fine. Yeah, he's not in here right now. He just lays around. He's lazy. He's my kind
We
of
don't
dog.
have the light tan. We got the blue guy here.
And the dark brown.
Okay.
And then the dark brown. Yeah.
Brown.
So yeah, I don't think we'll have any more of the light ones anymore, will we, Steven? I think
Yeah, we can order them. They have like 6 different colors. I think green.
do they? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Do they got green?
I think so. I'd have to ask them.
What was I thought we had? Did we have another different color though besides those two? I guess it was the tan and then the dark brown and.
Yeah, the tan. Yeah. Did we? I don't know.
I know those bags are cool, aren't they? I want some of those ones we had years ago. You know the ones I keep talking about.
I've got 5 of those left. I meant to mail you one. I don't know where I got them.
You had? Oh my God, we got to find out where we get this. They're the best dice bags of all time, man. I'm telling you.
The one with the little mesh. at the
Yes,
top.
absolutely. And the logo. Oh yes, man. Good stuff. Good cinch. They're great. I've got a lot of dice bags. I've probably got a million of them, like everybody else does. So
Malaki there says, as a cat, There's your mouse, or you just need to get a cat for your house there, Chuck.
My wife wants
My
one,
cat
a
is
Scottish
fat and
fold,
stupid.
and she just literally said the other day we was going to get one. Told my granddaughter. I'm sitting there going, "Who the fuck am I? Then? I guess I'm not. Okay, I'm just living here. I'm a renter. That's fine."
You think about cats and micing, about half of them will be good mousers, and the rest
Dude,
just don't.
We had the last house I lived in with my mother. Well, that's not true. The last house I grew up in with my mom. When we first moved in, I remember we had a big old fat cat called Big Kitty. She found that cat on the side of the road and nursed it with a baby bottle, like a doll's baby bottle, and it ended up with this massive cat. We moved in there, and there were mice, and we suspected rats. So when we brought him over, we just gave him about 5 days. It was over with. He hunted every last one of them down. It was great.
We got infested when Kat and I first got together. I moved into her house. It got infested with Norwegian brown rats, which are pretty big fucking rats. She had 2 cats, Oscar and I can't remember the other's name, Nigel. Nigel hated me with a passion. Until that cat died, if he saw me, he would attack me. He absolutely freaking hated me.
Yep.
But Oscar was this big old fat cat. And that dude, when we got that rat infestation, that dude would hunt rats. And that cat was so fat, it's hard to describe. But he would kill a rat so fast, it was insane. And then he would bring the body to me and lay it down next to me.
Shit.
So I started trapping them, and I would kill the rat with a hammer, and then I'd bring it to Oscar and lay it down in front of him. So,
Do you know
funny.
why?
I do not know why.
They kind of assume that you're a cat. They don't have they don't recognize that there's something different going on.
Yeah.
And they're like, boy, this big cat is really clumsy and stupid. There's no way it can hunt for itself. So it's providing for you because it thinks you're a moron.
I will tell you this, the funniest thing I've seen, and I remember it because it was Clinton's, and this isn't a political thing, but during Clinton's testimony about Monica Lewinsky, Kathy and I were watching the news. She was sitting on the couch. I was in the doorway between the kitchen and the living room. And we had the little child protectors. Rachel was we had little child things on the doors,
Right.
Yeah.
And Oscar was staring at the cabinets underneath the sink in the kitchen. And I remember looking at him. And then I looked back at Clinton as he was talking. And then I heard this, and I looked back. 5 seconds, maybe. And he was sitting there in the same spot with a dead rat in his mouth. I was like, what the Jesus Christ?
That's wild. He must just rolled through and he was like, or whatever.
Well, I've seen another animal break an animal's neck, and I think he must have grabbed it and just went,
oh yeah,
and broke it instantly. It was cool.
That cat that we had, the Big Kitty, he ended up living with me till he died. He got cancer. What's it called? It starts with an L. Leukemia.
Like
That's what he
lymphoma?
got. Some kind of leukemia or something. And I remember going in my bedroom one day, and he was in my bathroom. He was sitting in the shower, just sitting there, looking at me. And I thought, "What the hell are you doing?" He went, "Rawr." I was like something out of a movie, right? And then 4 or 5 days later, I come up from work, and he's under the table, and I'm like, "What are you doing in there? Come out!" And he wouldn't come out. So I made the fatal mistake of reaching down to pull him out. Okay,
Don't do that.
I pulled out a cat wrapped around my arm. Shit was all. He was dug in, man. He was biting me and everything. I was like, "What the hell?" So I had to sling him off of him. He went flying and then landed and was like, I thought it was like some kind of possessed cat, but he was actually dying. Is what was happening. But it was wild. I never crazy shit.
They get that way when they're starting to cross over.
Yeah. Okay. Question for you: when will we have mugs? They want CNC mugs, Troll Lord mugs.
Coffee mugs?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we were going to send Chuck to
Whatever. Blame it on me.
What is it? Clay school? What do they do? How do they
Clay
make
school? I'll have you know, I've got a freaking ET phone home fucking
pottery
dude.
school?
Hey, I can do pottery. I've got an ET over here I made in 8th grade, and it's badass.
Let's do it. Handmade by Chuck Cumbo.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Put your age on it on the underside.
That's right.
Oh, you guys are a trip. Oh my
The
god.
grade you're in.
Any timeline on the Gary Gygax World Builders collection, like date to be released? That would be July 13th, 2040. It'll be in the store.
We're hoping late summer.
We
At
hope.
this point, we're waiting for 3 more covers, I think, and we are in the layout phase. So it is moving. I'm hoping to get you guys a Cannon Crew next week. I'll talk to Bill in the morning and see where he is. But he is.
What's nice is that there's not a lot of writing on the ones that are done.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
The first 4 books they layout should not be crazy challenging.
No, it's like an encyclopedic presentation.
Yeah.
The only one that gives me a little bit of a worry is the Sears catalog one. What is that called?
It's now called Essential Facts and Things.
Essential
It was
Facts and
World
Things.
Builder. Yeah.
No. Now he's talking about the other one.
Oh, Wayland Smith.
Yeah,
Wayland Smith catalog.
Yeah. Every time I hear that, I want to say David Wesley. It has no connection to that whatsoever.
That one also has me the most concerned because it's not real long, so hard backing it's going to be a challenge.
No, it's a gag book.
Yeah.
Basically. So,
So
don't expect a lot of like really like gameable stuff in there. It's there to mess with you.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see. Billion6 asked, any chance of seeing Amazing Adventures actual play videos? Not yet, but I do have a guy on Twitch that's going to get ready to start up a Amazing Adventures campaign, and when he does, I will send the links out to everybody in the whole world so you guys can go over and support him and watch it. I think it'll be fun. He used to run Amazing Adventures in 5e a long time ago for us, but I'm retooling him to the Siege engine. So we had a meeting the other day. Yep, that'd be good. Question from John. In a local bookstore, I found a first printing of the PHB this afternoon, signed by 3 people. Whose signatures?
Is it first printing, you said?
Yeah, I'm bet. Is it the anniversary? Has it got an embossing in it, John?
Yeah, I'll bet you it's the anniversary.
I bet it is too.
Probably you, Davis, and Mac.
Yeah, I can't imagine. If it's first printing, I don't think we signed. Well, I know we didn't. I mean, we didn't. It was all distribution in those days.
Yeah, if it's an original one.
If you had an original first printing,
he's got the. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's got the embossed stamp.
Embossed.
Okay, yeah. That's me, Davidson.
I was gonna say, if you didn't, then you need to put that on eBay and sell it for a shit ton of money.
That would be rare.
Yeah, that would be really rare. We have Starlaw. We do have coffee, but I think we may be out of stock on that. Are we out of stock on coffee?
We are out of stock on coffee. I can't ever decide if we should restock that. Probably should.
It's a tough one because I'm fasting right now, so I can't drink it. So you're safe from me, you know.
Jason was ordering tons of it.
Yeah, I was
those things where you can't order.
I know he was. And Manfred, I was going to reach out to you Discord today, but I realized I couldn't find you on Discord, so I'm going to email you tomorrow with some information about that. It's coming. Steve's going to sign it. He doesn't know that, but he's going to, and then I'll have it sent over to you. I know TLG has coffee, but no mugs. Well, we kind of do things in funny order sometimes, you know.
Hold it in your hand.
Broken Blade Publishing, this is from Crimson Arrow 72, has a game called Oathhammer with the same cover as your starter set that's coming out soon. Are you guys changing the cover art for that one?
No, that was just an interesting, it's not even a mishap. When we reached out to that artist, he hadn't, with Oathhammer, there's not an exclusive. So he went ahead and sold us the rights to it too. We didn't know Oathhammer was coming out, and not until we made the big announcement. So you're going to see the same cover art on 2 different games from 2 different companies.
Yeah.
It's fantastic cover art, so it deserves as much attention as it can get.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not 100% sure that that's his final art, because he had some other books for that game in the Kickstarter that were blue with a skull on them. So I don't know if that was
I think that may be interior art.
He had a primer that had.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure.
To be clear, we haven't spoken to this guy. His game looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I went in and liked all the posts.
Yeah.
I think Davis got in there and Twitter said, "Hey, great art."
Yeah.
Yeah, he reached out to us too, I believe, as well.
Oh, did he? Okay.
So I got a good
one of my. It's not a pet peeve, but it bothers me a little bit that so an artist does this beautiful piece of work, and then it goes into this game system here or whatever, and then it gets a little bit of attention, and it's gone forever. That's why I do not mind reusing art. At least you get more people to see it. You know, it gets more attention.
Oh, that's fair. The idea that you would have a separate piece of art for every last thing, to me, it makes complete sense as a newbie. But after realizing I worked for a company that's been here for 27 years, how in the hell would you do that?
Right, yeah.
It seems to me those guys in the 60s and 70s had it right, where like they'd paint something amazing and would go on a novel, then it would go onto an album cover, then it would go onto an unrelated novel.
Yeah.
You would just keep like Paul Frazetta, what's he got?
and
this painting of Kane, put it on a Molly Hatchet album. I don't care.
On our end, we didn't care. Cool
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Let's see here. I was suggesting some sound. What? Okay, got a good question. Odd One Man asks. This goes to Jeremy and Steve because I'm not going to answer it. What is the difference between Castles and Crusades and Amazing Adventures?
Jeremy, I'll leave that for you.
That's an easy answer.
Mechanically, nothing. With maybe like some really specific hyper minor fringe stuff that I'm not aware of. It's a matter of subject matter. Castles and Crusades is straight ahead fantasy and all of the flavors of fantasy that you want there. Amazing Adventures is everything else. So if you want space opera, hard science fiction, post apocalypse, like if you want to play the Hardy Boys, there you go. That's a game for you. If you want to be Indiana Jones, that's a game for you. If you want to be Batman, that's a game for you. Right? Like what it can do anything.
Right. It's pretty much in a nutshell. Steve, Torlock72 asks, have you watched Moment of Contact?
I have not. What is Moment of Contact?
I remember him mentioning that to me the other day. Some sort of alien thing he's going to ask you about. I don't remember. Yeah, Frank, throw it in there and remind us because I don't remember now. Yes, Manfred. Amazing Adventures Gamma World. I do it here at the house all the time. Absolutely. It's great, too. So.
Is this a doc? Yes, it's a documentary. I have not seen this.
Yeah, he was saying you might want to watch it. So.
Oh.
Brazil, Area 52 is what he's saying. Oh, Brazil.
I've seen the movie Brazil.
Oh, that's
Terry
a great
Gilliam
movie.
film.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's
I saw
great
somebody
movie.
post today from Brazil. They got their CNC in.
Oh, I think I know what sighting this is. Oh, no. This is a little bit later.
Omega Gambit asks.
That's one of the myths I think that is interesting to me, and I fell into it too.
What's
is
that?
The idea that these sightings are only in North America, but they're actually all over the world. And they've been
Oh,
going on
right.
for decades.
Yeah. I never hear tell of them, of course, being over here, but that makes complete sense, right?
Yeah.
You know. Omega Gambit asks, question, is Barzoom going to be compatible with CNC2?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll both be Siege games.
Siege Engine. That's right. We're getting ready to do the Summer of Siege coming up in June and July, so you guys get ready for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of CNC.
Now, I got some.
Malaki, you were very close. There's an H in there, but yes, it is about that.
Now I got some wacky harebrained ideas for how to make Siege run better with that Burroughs style, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Jason and I had a meeting on that yesterday because I knew he was upset after the meeting of the day before. And I kind of ironed.
He and I talked about that. Yeah.
So we will sit down and get everyone on the same sheet of music.
I can say that I looked at the primer. I edited the primer.
Yeah.
I was impressed at how much work Davis had already done. Like, he basically outlined what the structure of the game and all the classes are going to be, and I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this.
Well, the funny thing about it, I had the same take you did, because the first part is very literary.
Yeah.
And then it shifted, and that's why I redid the letter. And then when you shift what page, maybe 30% in, it's not very far in.
It feels like you're reading one of the books, and then all of a sudden it's, boom, okay, this valley is this, and it's like, okay, like,
yeah.
I think we got to do another pass on that of some kind. But
we will. We got another
reading it. I forgot a lot of that stuff because I haven't read them since I was in high school.
Right.
Have you?
I really wanted to play in Barsoom the second I finished reading that.
Oh,
I was like, oh my God. This is so great.
I think of next to Jim Ward's Metamorphosis, the Starship Warden.
Yeah.
Barsoom is the most playable setting out there. It is just badass. I mean, it's just cool.
There's not a lot of like, you're not trapped.
No, the only point of friction, I think, is if you're playing Earthmen, you have to go through, I learned the language. But that's the only hurdle. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And that would be the only thing. And, that's just one translator away or whatever.
It's one of those things that, I lost my train of thought now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, good. But
you said it and Metamorphosis Alpha were like,
oh yeah,
most
just
gameable
setting
settings.
itself, because it just stands on its own because it's got so much Oh, that's what I was going to say. That it's got so much. And Jeremy, you and I talked about this the other day. I just finished reading book 2, Gods of Mars,
Mhm.
and I'm sure I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it seems like
Oh,
60% of those books is just world building material.
Yeah, it is.
So much world building.
But it's all world building to support the scaffold of a very specific idea he has in that second.
Yes,
Because he's like,
yes.
this would be cool. Let me build up all this backstory to justify why this can exist.
right.
Because like the Isis cult, like all of that stuff, is that even mentioned in the first book?
No.
No. Well,
And then in
No.
the second book, it's like
If
this
it
is
is,
the
it's fair.
dominant religion of the planet,
Yeah.
and it's like, but you totally buy it. You're like, okay, sure, yeah, I'm here for it. I'm having fun.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
do it.
whatever he was in the mood for when he was writing that particular novel. That's kind of what got
It's an amazing
kind of-
sleight of hand that he does.
like.
Yeah.
Where
Look,
he's like,
look how
he's
much
distracting you over here, and he's pulling off stuff on the other end.
look how much attention he paid to the Tharks and the White Apes in the first one. I mean, you felt like the whole planet was just simply brutal with hardly any at first
Right.
civilization.
Yeah,
Then
like
finally,
Whoa. Yeah, the like the Warhoons, right? The like really aggressive
Yep.
green men are like
with that damn
super big
what was that-
problem in that first book.
what was that woman's
Uh,
name? The
Yeah,
bitch.
and they
Remember the
just made
bitch?
They kind of fade because he's done with them, and then
You're
then
right.
we get the Holy Therns, then we get the
Yeah, with their blonde
I
hair.
forget what the Martians at the South Pole are called,
The
and then we
firstborn.
get the
Yeah, they were
the
the
firstborn, and then there's the
firstborn.
Okar, the yellow ones, and then you get the guys with robot bodies and spider heads, and then he's off to other stuff.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah,
It's really classic fantasy. He doesn't worry about this. This is what's happening now.
No.
This is my story. We're going.
And the books it's pretty funny too because the books, they don't really rely on each other. Not really.
No, not really.
Not
No,
really.
the 2 to 3 it does.
Yeah, I guess you're probably
There's a
true about that.
problem that's established at the ending of 2
Which one?
that he immediately with Deja Thoris gets trapped in like a tomb that's like set on a 1-year timer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, it shuts at the very
I don't know if
end.
that's the end of the second or the end of the third. I forget.
Yeah,
I
I think
remember.
it's the third. Yeah, it's the queen. It's the
There's 3 of them in there, and he doesn't know if they killed each other or not.
Right. Her
has
and
to
that,
wait a
and they all
year.
end up making friends or whatever because they hate the other dudes, So it's the girls
Yeah.
get together. Well, that one girl, they don't like her. The two gang up on her. Anyway,
Yeah. Now
it's good
I
shit.
do
Now I
think
want to
it's
go
very,
read
very
it again.
funny.
Jesus.
I do think it's very, very funny that he has like these beats that he likes to hit in all of his series. I don't know what. At some point in Edgar Rice Burroughs' life, he had a dog that left an enormous impact on him because they all got a dog. Even if you're on
Woola!
Mars, you get a
Woola!
dog.
The great Woola.
Like I think David Innes in Pellucidar has like a wolf or something that's
Something,
basically
yeah.
a dog.
That sounds about right.
Tarzan's he's got animals, but
Yeah.
does he have like a dog equivalent? I don't.
There's the cartoons overstate it, but there's a monkey called Nikita, I think. That
Okay.
And there's
weaves
always a
in and out.
pet. Seems like with him for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
then there's
Agile Monk, thank you
always-
so much for the gift subs. We really appreciate that.
There's
Very
always
nice.
that, and there's always the son. We always get the son a couple books in,
Yeah.
and he's not quite as cool as the main character, but he's along for the ride. So you
He
kind
gets a book or two. Korak is the son of Tarzan. I
Korthak.
Korak,
Oh,
and
Korak.
then,
You're wrong
and then,
series. Sorry.
Carthor. Or-
Yeah.
is it
Clotharis
Carthor?
is the other one for John.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
have to
David Innes
say-
ever got a kid.
And I know we're off track. I don't know what source we're talking about, but Pellucidar actually is one of my favorite of the series.
I
really
love those
like it.
books. I
I
love those
I
love
need
books.
to read those. That's the ones I'm lacking on. I can't remember. I'm sure I read them growing up. I think I've actually got like a anthology or
Well,
whatever,
what's-
but I need to read them.
What's nuts about them is that he kind of gives up on the premise fairly quickly. Like he doesn't
Uh-huh.
give up on it, but he gets bored with his character fairly quickly. I think by the third book, he's following completely different characters going to this setting. And by the fourth or fifth one, he's just like, I'm putting Tarzan in here. We're following
Yeah.
Tarzan now.
No shit.
Tarzan or-
Oh, I got to read that.
Yeah.
Now. I don't
And
remember.
Tarzan goes into the Earth's core and fights dinosaurs. It's pretty
Oh
cool.
well,
Book
that's
four or
I'm
five,
all
I
over
think.
that
Yeah,
shit.
it's real early on. He's like,
Really fun.
David
I've
Innes, he
never
plays
read the,
baseball. I don't know.
I've never read the Carson of Venus. It's Carson of Venus, right? I've never read
Yeah, the Amtor setting. I haven't read them. I have a couple of them. I haven't read them.
Uh,
But something I discovered while researching is that there's something called Gertie waves that is discovered by a character in the Pellucidar series, one of the later books, that he uses to communicate
Right.
with the surface world, which is also apparently used. So, because Edgar Rice Burroughs is the character that's writing down all of these adventures, right?
So get ready for this.
Apparently, he's receiving Gertie waves from people in the core of the Earth, and he's also somehow receiving them from Mars. I don't know where this happens, but at some point,
Interesting.
John Carter is sending him messages via the same technology from Barsoom, and I guess someone on Amtor is doing the same thing. I don't know.
So what it means
So-
is we could actually send messages to Castle Zygigs. What he's saying, we've got it.
That's
figured out.
right.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, we don't even get into the Gertie waves on the thing, but yeah.
Frank, I don't either. I
He
just kind of go along and
suddenly-
smile. Sorry.
In his later years, he suddenly wanted to bring all of his creations together into one. into one
Yeah, they all end up at Zygag. That's kind of what's hilarious
Yeah.
about that.
The relatable instinct.
Yeah. I Burroughs is classic from absolutely.
MJ Cook 78's got a question. Steve, is today the day there was going to be a big announcement?
Oh no.
He had to remember.
Yeah. We soft announced it already, but it'll probably be tomorrow that it all goes, that it kicks into. It was supposed to be today, but Dakota was towing me across town, so I couldn't get the thing launched. So,
Is this something I don't know about? What is this?
No, you
don't
know
say it.
No, you know about it. And actually,
Okay.
can I say it again? Should I say it again, Chuck? I mean, I've already announced it Tuesday. what
Well,
we're doing.
Just message it to me. Just message it to me.
go ahead if you want to. It's whatever.
Yeah, Chuck, I'll leave it to you. Do you want me to?
Go ahead. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Do it.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't need to message it to
Yeah,
Jeremy. If I'm
he's
gonna
right
say it.
Hold on, I gotta message Jeremy. Hold on a second.
Yeah, we already know. Yeah, no, everybody already knows about that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so the big announcement will be when we actually get it set and live, and that should be, we'll do the pre-campaign tomorrow. But the Adventurer's Backpack, Castle J's Adventurer's Backpack, second, and I'm going to go with a second edition on this one, maybe a printing, but this one's a different book because it has different it's about 50% different content. But nothing's changed from your previous one, so whatever. So, Adventurer's Backpack will be back in print. We're going to run that. We've got new cover, new art. We've got all of the classes in there. We'll go to the 24th level now. All of the expanding classes, the class and a half, dual class, multi-class rules are in there as well. We've got more art for the backpacks themselves, which is kind of the cornerstone of that book. And then a whole bunch of small rules like the dual spells, the spell combats, the new, or the alternative, I should say, fisticuffs, whatever that's called, grapple, whatever those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that type of stuff. The hand-to-hand, whatever.
Unarmed combat.
Unarmed combat. Yes, that's the one. And then a smattering of other things that are in there. The one really wild card, and we all need to sit down Monday or Tuesday and have a discussion on how to best present the rune mark spells for the guys out there playing rune marks. Yep. So, do we put all 160 of them in the Adventurer's Backpack with the rune mark? Do we do it its own book? Do we leave them where they are? Blah, 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 blah.
How many words is it?
It's a lot. I think it's like 30 pages, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty stout.
Yeah.
Do what?
I think the thing I'm most excited about is the fact that we're going to have the Ethereal Knight be able to teleport from city to city now, not just planar. So they can just... No, I'm joking.
They can teleport every round on the round. I will say this, and I know there's disagreement about all that, and that's great, but the most surprising thing to me about the discussion around the Ethereal Knight is that the wizard, or magic user, no, wizard, in the Player's Handbook does not have a plane shift spell.
Yeah, me and Steve, we tracked that shit down. That was crazy. Because I'm like, oh, that's like a 9th level spell. And we went and looked.
There's nothing. There's Gate, which is a plane shift sort of, but it's a Gate spell. But only the cleric can, and we call it
planar shift.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought in my head that level.
I don't know.
And didn't we find something else that was, Jeremy, you and I found something day before yesterday that was not, it was
teleport
PHP.
In the AD&D PHP?
We found something 2 days ago, you and I discussing, that's in the AD&D, but it's not in the PHP. The staff, the
staff of striking, yeah.
That didn't make it, which is very odd.
It's not in our image.
Probably.
No.
Okay, no. Hold on. Wizards have access to teleport spells, and some of those teleport spells let you get to other planes.
Right.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could teleport off.
Unless it says you can't.
No. I'll tell you in a minute. I don't know.
It's the higher level one. Whatever the
Okay, that's
it
like
used to be
greater.
teleport without error. I forget what it is now.
So Ray, we're just talking about it. We'll have an official announcement
Teleport accurately or something.
tomorrow or
Yeah.
whenever, but it's going to be, late summer or something like that, roughly. That's right. Gaming with the Trolls on Patreon. Yes.
Oh yeah.
John,
No, it's not. No, it says there is no minimum distance, though the point of departure and the destination must be on the same plane.
Oh damn. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's silly.
And
Yeah, that's right.
Gate
if-
works the
if
same
you
way,
are-
but you have to have an actual doorway to walk through, right?
Yeah, well, Gates got some limits.
And I think it's like
because other
limited to
things
like
can. It's a two-way door. Things can come out.
right,
Is the
Yeah.
problem with Gate?
which is great when you
Uh,
cast it. It opens up, and the Demogorgon comes out. And you're like, oh shit! Shut the
Okay.
door.
If you are a patron on Patreon and you are pledged at the troll tier, that is the highest tier, I encourage you to go check out the Patreon. You got to scroll down a little bit. There's a poll for what times would work best for gaming with the trolls. I have 12 respondents out of 24 people. So if you haven't cast your vote, now is the time.
And we'll
General
try
bit
to
of housekeeping.
shoehorn in some games around those schedules best we can.
Yeah.
So
There you go, Jeremy. Because you reminded me of
What's that?
Patreon.
oh, you sending?
I was going to
something?
yell at you about this today.
Yeah, we just got them in today.
What is it?
Clutch. It's the chibi. It's the chibi.
Oh, finally.
Yes, finally we.
Yeah.
Mel and I settled on a title, logo, thing, whatever, and
Great.
it's all done and ready to go. So the first 3 episodes are now in Jeremy's hands, and they will.
That
go
is
through.
awesome. That is awesome. I can't wait to get in there and look at those. I need to join Patreon too.
Yeah, Chuck, why don't you join Patreon? Come on.
Well, I'm gonna have to because
He's
I don't.
constantly
We can't
asking me
figure
to
a way
log
how to.
in.
Yeah, I can't get in there. Remember, I'm trapped out. I can't.
Okay.
We changed how it works.
Yeah, so I guess I'll have to get troll tier.
It's like
let's-
Sheila Slayer around here.
So Savage Splendor asks, you mentioned My Dinner with Andre a lot. Have you watched The Man from Earth? Oh, he knows something about that. Oh, look, just as I reread it. See, Savage, you were in queue. I was just being polite.
What's the name of it?
The Man from Earth.
That's how much you have to pay if you want to play with me, Chris.
No, I don't think I've seen that. No, I've not. Is it an alien thing?
I don't know.
I'll have to watch the trailer.
I don't know. I'm not sure. The Man from Earth. That sounds familiar, but I
Well,
don't.
Jeremy ruined all alien movies for all time
Yes.
by showing me that one movie. What was that movie, dude?
The Vast of Night.
The Vast of Night. It's just so good. It's just,
I
it's a
couldn't.
10-hour
I'm gonna have to try and watch it. I have not seen it, but y'all keep going on.
It's one of
about it.
those movies. It's one of those movies where I think that having a really, really good sound setup would help it enormously because it's got like the crickets and the sound of like
Oh, yeah.
it's quiet, but there's like an ambience to it. Where I think if you had like really good surround sound, it's not like crazy sound or anything, but it's very immersive.
Yeah.
It was just such a well written, well acted, interesting story that didn't get ahead of itself at any point. You know,
And it's super timeless. Like that could have come out in 1959.
I'll have to check it out.
what's the movie with Jodie Foster? Is it Contact? Maybe.
Yes,
Contact.
that's
It's
exactly
something.
what it is.
I remember enjoying that Alien Encounter movie, but at the end of it, they do that same thing that they all do. We are insignificant roaches to these people. Just
Oh.
stop with that nonsense. I don't want that nonsense. And Vast of Night doesn't leave the viewer at any point having to make up their mind about anything. You're just watching this story unfold.
I mean,
it's
I certainly came to a lot of conclusions watching it. It,
What-
it doesn't
watching
tell
which
you.
movie?
It
Which-
lets
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lets
Best-
you arrive
best-
at your own solution.
Oh, okay, all right.
Best.
Best of Night.
Let's see, Contact. I liked it. I remember liking it, but the only thing I remember
like
is
it. It's a good
it's how the old dudes got in the pool and they all were like had like Viagra in them.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Contact is not.
You remember that?
Jodie Foster. Yeah, I know what you're. That's a Ron Howard movie. I know. What
Oh
you're
wait,
talking
yeah, Contact's with this with the fucking dishes up in the sky, which is even a kick-ass movie actually. Yeah.
about. Good movie.
What was that other
I love
movie
Jodie Foster.
with them?
Cocoon.
I think it
Cocoon,
was.
yes.
It was.
Yes.
Jesus, Cocoon. Yeah, I remember that now. That's
it was
it.
a Cocoon.
It was a good movie, but I've never watched it but once in my entire life.
Yeah. I watched.
Who
it
does
in
who
the
does who does Clint Howard play in Cocoon?
That I could not begin to tell.
I'm sure he's in it if it's directed by Ron
Yeah,
Howard.
sure he is. Contact was a Carl Sagan book.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm on. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about with the Jodie Foster. I think there's a.
Yeah,
Jodie
that's the one where
Foster
she
alien.
goes. She goes and they build that machine and all that shit, you know.
Yeah,
And then it
like-
gets blown
Don't
up.
she's on a beach at the end. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Now I
Um,
did enjoy. I don't know the name of it. Shit. Came in like 2 years ago, and there's no. I remember talking about it. There's no dialogue in this at all. It's the girl in her house. The aliens invade, and she ends up fighting these aliens. It's like everyone. Damn it! I'll find it. Very good movie. Not
I
as
don't
good
know.
as Vast and Night, but very good.
I don't know.
Oh, Savage says Cocoon, a movie that isn't streaming anywhere because there was an issue of the soundtrack copyright. That's interesting. I've always
that
always
sounds
wondered
about right.
when there's some movies that you know that are not like super old, but yet you can't find them anywhere to watch. That must be what it
Oh,
is.
did you
Little shit
guys-
like that.
What is that movie?
Hey, Gabriel,
I
Edge of Tomorrow.
think
That's
it's
that's
got,
the Tom
it's
Cruise
got-
one, isn't it? Maybe.
So there's a movie. It's got Lance Henriksen in it and Bill Paxton, and they're like
Hmm.
gross homeless vampires. What is that movie? Someone knows.
Okay, it's
Not
called
aliens.
not Jeremy's movie, but the one it's called No One Will Save You.
No one will say. Someone just
Near
post that in
Dark.
chat.
Yes.
Near Dark. That's it. Watch Near Dark. That movie's really great, and it shows how much of a nightmare it would be to be a vampire. It is not a romantic depiction at all. It is like they are pathetic and sad.
It doesn't go the interview with the vampire route.
No, they're like druggy drifter homeless people.
Oh,
They
that's
live in a van. And they're
Is it by the
miserable.
river? I'm just checking.
okay, what is this called? Near Dark? All right, I'm
Near
watching.
Dark.
Steve's gonna check it out.
It's
Hey,
great.
Omega, I saw your
It's like-
comment earlier. I haven't forgotten, but I made a note here to
Is it-
remind myself.
It's a group of vampires, but they're all like at different stages of it. Like some of them have been like one of them was like he fought in the Civil War, and one of them is like really recent. There's all these different
It
stages.
sounds
The
cool.
ones who've been vampires for a long time they just see people as like cattle, and they're like bored with it, and they're just like kind of dryly going through it. Whereas the guys who are really new are like, this is awesome. I feel great. I'm doing all this stuff. It's like
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like a drug parallel thing. It's really upsetting, but
That sounds cool. I'll have to
Yeah.
watch it.
Do you guys? KevCon asks, do you guys come to any cons in New England, New York area? No, we have in the past. We've made the great road trip, but it's been many years since we went up in that neck of the woods.
Hopefully, we can get that going again.
I'd like to go up there sometime. I know we could probably talk Tim into coming and work in the booth, especially if it's in
There you
Maine.
go. He has returned to Maine, so
Yeah. Has he moved back up there?
he moved back up there a week ago.
yeah,
No shit. I haven't
Okay.
talked to him in a few weeks. That's great to hear. I bet he was happy about that. He was probably grinning the whole time.
Yeah,
He moved? Like moved?
He just moved. He loaded his shit in the car and left.
By him? Well, we'll ask. Okay. Right
Well,
on.
she'll join. He's getting a house, and once he gets that square, then she will follow.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful. That is
That's
great
good.
news. I need to hit him up there. He's probably happy as shit.
I'm pretty sure the world's been off kilter for a few years now. I'm pretty sure if we looked at the timelines, it would be when Tim left Maine. The world started to get fucked up. So I'm confident now, going forward, things will be good. So,
Oh my God. I think you're onto something. That's what it is. So they still kept the cabin, I'm assuming, right?
yes, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Because that's probably the only way I'll ever see him again, other than some weird stuff. Because that's a long ass drive up there. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Maine's beautiful though.
it is.
Anyone's out there in Maine, you've got a beautiful state. New Hampshire. Vermont,
I've not made it past New England. I've not done any New England. That's my last bit of U.S.
absolutely love Maine. It is a great state.
Let's see. Dark Elf Twilight asks, didn't John Carter automatically understand the language of Barzoomians when he first arrived on Mars? I don't think so.
No,
Wasn't it like a
I have a. It
Trying to-
could be a different Burroughs series that I'm thinking of, but I'm pretty sure there's like some flimsy line where he's like, "I've always been so capable of picking up languages quickly, and so within a matter of time, I had devised the meaning of their words." Something like that, like a band-aid over the problem.
Yeah, and he mentions that it's a language that's like because
It's half telepathic,
yeah,
and because he doesn't emit telepathy, he
yeah.
like horribly offends Deja Thoris, and she's mad at him.
Yeah, for like 90 pages of the
Yeah.
pages of the
Yeah,
book.
a serious faux pas, I guess.
Richard, email me. You got my email. I'll drop it in here. We will definitely talk, and I'll help you get set up, buddy. That sounds fantastic. I'd love to have you run some stuff up in Massachusetts. Absolutely. Let's see.
There you go, Death Angel.
Screaming Biscuit asks. Oh wait, that's not it.
That's a great name.
That is a good name. Let's see. I haven't seen any games from Troller Games in the Gen Con catalog. Y'all still going or just slacking on entering events? Where we're going is a booth, and I think there's about 8 games floating around there right now, but I don't think there's anything we're going to be doing anything as a company this year. Next year, we'd like to, for sure.
Yeah, we'll get it.
I got to make the banner call for that place, for sure.
Yeah, there's a... you have to pay to run there, right? Is that...
And to play.
And to play. So there's a financial barrier for some people, so...
Yeah, a little bit.
Wintery says, question, did you see my previous question?
Yes. I mean, no.
Let me see, Winter.
I swear to God, if I scroll up, there's nothing there, I'm going to kill you.
Did you see it?
In a computer game.
I do not see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either, Winter. I've been trying to watch as best I can outside of laughing at Jeremy, but you know. Ask it again, buddy. Amen Windmask, I will pull you back. Question: as a DM, I wish more players would do what? He wants each one of us to answer. Odd one does.
Oh, that's
what do we wish more players would do?
It's easy.
Bring us tribute at the table. Dr. Pepper's.
I'm gonna borrow a term from wrestling. I wish they would put over each other more. So there's an idea in wrestling that you have to sell. Like if you're getting hit by a guy, it might not really hurt, but you have to make it look to the audience like it really hurts. So you're acting, you're like, oh my God, oh, you're making them feel powerful. You're allowing yourself to be portrayed kind of weakly or receiving pain to make them feel, to make what they're doing feel more impactful. And like so many times I'll see like it could be like the lowest of low magic settings, and someone's like, I cast magic missile, and no one says anything. Nobody cares. That's an amazing thing that just happened. And I think if people put in a little bit of effort to be like, oh, that's so, how'd you do that? Kind of play that out. I think that would make that's a really great way to make other players and their characters like you. And it allows you to cash in a lot of chips later if you want to do some weird shit.
And it would probably encourage everyone to do it. So
it does. It brings everybody up
into it. Yeah, everybody's into it. I would say probably sharing information. Now, I rarely anymore give information to one player for this very reason. But if you give information to one player, it almost becomes like this treasure that they hold.
It's a resource.
It's a resource when it really needs to be shared so that everyone knows what is going on.
Dude, I can't tell you times that I'll be like, okay, let's step out of the room a minute. You tell them something, you come back, and you're waiting for them to say something to the group. They don't say shit. They just sit there and go, okay, who's next? I'm like,
it's very frustrating.
What's the worst? What's the I wish more players would do? I wished, at least this is for if there anyone's watching, my home guys here. I wish we have about 8 guys in that crew that circle through my table, and about half of them are really interested in classes. The other half are trapped in 1978 or 6 or whatever, and they just don't give a shit. They're going to play the same thing every time. It drives me nuts. I want them to learn more, explore.
No.
My table has that same issue.
I mean, I got one guy. He's always playing a spellcaster. It's either going to be a witch, or it's going to be a wizard, or it's always just a freaking arcane spellcaster. He won't.
Oh, that way you mean? Okay, yeah. Where they play a certain type of character.
It's not a DM issue, Jay. What the hell are you talking about? What am I going to do? Force him to play another class? What? Cast some sort of class reincarnation spell on him or something? What are you talking about?
There you go. Wintery says, question, will the Reforged ABP include the backpack deck cards as an add-on? Yes.
Absolutely.
We just stocked those very deep.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
I'm excited.
Wintery, we haven't decided all of those. That's part of I got to sit down with the whole crew and talk.
That's always fun to do that, isn't it, Steve?
It's all going to be done before this. This is going to be the first time, maybe the second time. Things are going to be done a little bit differently. It's good. Everything's going to be solved before we go into this thing.
See, because you said we're going to have a sit down and discuss it. In my head, I was like, no, we're not.
Yeah. We're having it.
Davis are frantically going to write something out after it's been
The only
posted.
thing I need from you two right now
I know what he's going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say.
is your notes on the classes.
I've got so much
I
shit
don't
to
have-
give you. I'm going to type it all up this weekend and make it nice and presentable.
You've been
for
saying
you.
that for a month.
No, I'm going to, though, because I have nothing to do. So we're good. I have
No,
no
that's not true. I know that's not true.
We'll see about
Talk-
that.
You're like, man, I got so much work to do. You have no idea. I was like, yeah, I'm sure.
Jerry, we don't repeat
What
shit
did you
to the
say?
boss
You were
like
the
that. Come on
busiest
now.
you've been.
Well, it's just like when you're working and all of a sudden you realize there's a lot more and you're like, oh, fuck. Because I've got
Yeah.
I got to talk to like 4
Impending
streamers
doom.
next week and stuff. And this is just a bunch of ancillary shit like that. Let's see. Donkey Juice asks, Polymorph, how do you decide which abilities get X? Say, Black Dragon has immunity. Is it due to the physical qualities of the scales or supernatural ability you wouldn't get? That's a fair question.
Wait, polymorph?
Yeah, so like when you do like a polymorph, I'm going to polymorph you into a Black Dragon. You know, how do you decide?
Is the acid resistance something biological to them or something magical?
Right. That's
So
a
like
good
if
question.
I transform into one, do I get that or do I not?
Ooh, that's that's
Because you don't get dragon spells because those are magical. They're mental.
right. That's an interesting question.
Yeah. It's oh, does polymorph get you everything? No, it surely doesn't get you spells. It's your brain in there.
That's interesting, and that is one of those things that I would.
Jay's just saying that shape change, and he's right. Shape change is different from polymorph. Absolutely.
I know this always sounds like a cop out, especially for people just joining the game, but that's a table by table thing to me because it's on almost a guarantee that I look at dragons different than Davis does. So if we were to hardline that polymorph spell, that the acid is a biologic, Davis would be like, no or yes or whatever. So because dragons are like the ultimate, right? I mean, I think it's probably the ultimate monster in any RPG.
I could agree 100%, other than Tarask maybe, but anyway.
Yeah, well, but even the Tarask, I think,
or like the devil or something.
It's not it's not iconic, you know.
The Demogorgon, all of these things, they're definitely in the top 10, right? They're way up there.
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
Yeah.
This is a personal thing. It's Demogorgon,
no
not the Demogorgon. It's Demogorgon.
No definite article there.
Demogorgon.
I edited that on every.
What?
So many
Did you?
goddamn times.
Oh no, you've not been saying that in the word. Oh no, it's just Demogorgon, like Steve.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very important. Sorry, didn't mean to.
I'm gonna start calling you the Steven.
There you go.
The Steve.
But dragons seem, and I could be wrong on this. Maybe it's just me. Dragons just seem to have this beyond quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're dragons. They're the dragons.
Right. No, you're 100% right. 100%. Let's see. Winter asks, how about Foundry support for ABP? I hope so, but I can't promise you at this point. We'll see about that. That's an interesting thing that I hadn't even crossed my mind. I've forgotten about it, honestly. Portholus. Oh, Rick, please. This ain't a question. I play Chuck's table at GaryCon, and every game I'm a wizard because no one really picks them. And Chuck is brutal to me. That is a bald-faced lie. I am not brutal to anyone. Pay no attention to his ass. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. You should have a spell companion. Let people help you find new spells. That's interesting, that one. Anyway, that's all the questions I've caught up. Actually, it's about time for us to cut out of here. I know you got to do that thing, so we got to get out of here. So we will say our goodbyes, and we will get out of here. What did you just send me? Oh, that's hilarious. We're synergy. All right. So, any last questions? We're going to roll out of here. I guess we probably do the giveaways, though, actually, right? Let's do that. I'm going to stop this.
Ask your gosh darn questions now, or you're never going to. We're never doing this show again. Ever, forever.
We're done. All right. Let me get over and stop the giveaways. Get your chance in right now if you want in. And here we go with the raffles. I see Torlock snuck into very end. Very funny. I guess my question should be, can I bribe Steven with a Dr. Pepper for his Friday night game? You absolutely can. He may not let you in, but he'll take the Dr. Pepper and run.
If it's cold, I'll let you in for sure.
Oh, for sure. And a can.
In a can, yes.
Is this thing not working again?
That would be par for the course.
I am so over technology and the internet. You just don't know, man. Look, it never even said it in there, but over here, it stopped. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to do these drawings and get out of here. Let's see, Dr. Bob. Malaki, that is a terrible word to say in this chat. There's no Dr. Bob or Dr. Remember all the fake Dr. Peppers out there? Anyway.
Oh, is that what Dr. Bob is?
Yeah, he's one of them. Yeah, Dr. Bob. That's hilarious. There's Dr. Bartholomew. There's Dr.
I ain't got nothing against Mr. Pibb. He's a man of the people.
Mr. He's all right. Mr. Bibb's all right. Yeah,
he's all right.
All right.
Never
So
had him.
these
You
first
probably wouldn't like it.
these first two giveaways are for $15 on the store. They're just straight up codes. Obsidian Risk in our Discord will give them to you. The link will pop up. Just join if you've not already. And if you do, you're going to be blessed with also almost 3,000 wonderful fellow gamers that get along every day. And great place to hang out in the Discord. We love it. All right. First up is Snuffy 357. 357. Congrats, Snuffy, for the $15 win. I believe you are in our Discord. I saw you chatting there earlier today, actually. Next up would be Winter. Look at you with a big $15. Congrats. Excellent. That is awesome. And for the last $25 one, we're going to pick someone special for this. Me. No, just kidding. And here we go with
I won.
Willie the Rat, C. Up in Canada,
That's pretty
C.
special.
Congrats, Willie. That'll help you pay for some shipping to Canada. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I'll be back in the morning with my morning stream, hanging out roughly around 9:30 Central or so, I think. Something like that. Not too early for you early birds. And we'll talk a little bit. And that's all I got for today. If you can't make tomorrow's stream, we'll be back Monday evening. Grace will be doing her readings on Aired. And then Tuesday, Steve will be doing his AMA. And then we'll have Charisma Cat's show later on that evening on Tuesday, the actual play of CNC with the ladies and Grace. So come on around and hang out with us. We got lots of stuff coming up and lots more to announce next week. Lots of exciting things coming up for the next few months here in the world of Troll Games. And you guys are going to be a big part of it, believe it or not. So anyways.
Congratulations to all the winners. Everybody, take it easy.
All right. See y'all.